Continuing with this expansion DLC.
Another console.
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the Spirit was trying to tell us. It's been looking for a way to defeat the Daemon. And it may have found one.
November 28th. Operation Enduring Victories all over the news. Thanos wants me. Has to be where Rita's trying to hide Firebreak from. That means she thinks we'll lose. That the Sword will reach Yellowstone. My God. In that scenario, pretty much everyone dies. Everyone except Cyan.
Gotta find the
Quiet now.
long way around. It's parkour, so that I can let them cross the bridge. I don't know why sometimes I can shoot those, sometimes I can't. I don't really get the point of why having them at all. Interesting. I'm gonna ride that across. In case I fall.
This thing's no sideways too.
Have I gone too far? This stops the lava probably from
That
above.
should cut off the vent up there.
Now I can ride that, but I missed the first puzzle. Was I not already up there? Maybe I really am supposed to do that. Just keep going, I guess. It's quite a far way to get to this top platform. Surprised she cannot climb anything else up there. Only yellow. These other arms are too hard to climb. Got it. Fall down there, I can get up.
It's not too stable.
Damage coil. I believe 50% is the highest damage coil you can get. No, no, no. She doesn't have a strength timer. Oh. It's not gonna hit me, is it? Amazing that she can climb this. Do I get a shortcut? Don't see me. Oh. That's good. I didn't think about it pushing me off. Die. I believe this is it. Too far, but the fact that there was one watcher hit me a while ago and my health now just got full health. It's a bad passive. I guess it's better than nothing in it, and it's 2 modifications, but
Alright, time to grab a ride.
I hope I don't fall and have to do that all over again. Did I miss an override anywhere? That was it, huh? Just to get here. You guys are lucky. You too.
The others will have a lot easier time getting here.
Yeah. I don't know how I couldn't have climbed any of those little knobbles. Like any of these little metal hooks.
This looks like the old path.
Arrows. Just the middle of the volcano.
The altar. Desecrated.
There's a spirit present, or only the demon.
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
Yeah, forgot. I'm guessing maybe I have to change this one, but it's like a maze where it's better to start backwards. Start from the end.
Security threat detected.
Oh, fight while doing this.
Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed.
Yeah. What other options do we have? This could go. This, nope. Go. This one could go. Yeah, alright, then just change this. I thought they were leading me the wrong way. Go this way. Or can I change that one again? I'm liking this so far.
Preparing countermeasures.
Uh-huh, here we go. They're gonna fight me.
Recapture protocol initiated.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the blue light, it's Aurea, your servant, your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers, thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core channel. I will try to raise the signal constraint. One has been exposed, but I am encountering the system.
Unauthorized protocol return to scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer.
Someone gonna die.
Then lead us into battle.
I think it has to. I don't get how this savage girl who's had no schooling, anything, learn electricity, can do all of this fixing, coding, talking machines, overriding them.
Keep moving towards the core.
Well, whatever. It's just like,
Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
oh, it goes down here.
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower is for? That Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Take it down!
Oh, it's not frost, it's fire. Got it. This is frost. Charge. Can I make this shot? Not charged. Yeah. Shoulder pad. Like, don't use any of the other elements on it. My downs are just great. Why he doesn't stop moving? Oh, he's immune to that. Sick of tie downs. That's cool. Guys, can you guys do something? You guys just drive them?
The tower is repairing the machine.
See if I was able to override override it with one. They did some damage. They're taking mods, add-ons. Let's get that back, boys. I'll just electrify that. It's gonna get me.
We can't kill the machine while the power ageless.
How can I use this? Doesn't have any performance on it. Okay, there are no performance left. I don't need vulnerable spots left. Impact is this is the highest impact. Since our back is still there. Slam down. I called him. Still got me. One last tie down. Let's see what's in the back. Electric. Yeah, I thought so. This is it.
You spoke of the tower. What must be done with it?
comfort is. Power network.
She can do it. She can hold the spear up to that
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
thing. Everybody knows how to do it. It's a magic staff. She's gonna die doing it.
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
One of those?
It's the only way!
He's got some arm strength, grip strength.
Get me up top, Aratak! Now!
Try holding for just 20 seconds. Now try holding with one hand. Try holding somebody else with one hand.
I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Banukai!
It's a passive regeneration.
Maria is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Back to your business.
Shoot from here. Much drop will have.
Umnak said I'd find the claws beneath nearby.
Wow, no drop.
There you are.
Ah,
Just like Umnak said.
these annoying guys. These guys are monsters. I didn't, It's already destroyed. Okay, how do I break all their claws? Look how this has much tear. I don't think you can sneak on these guys. dodge that or not dodge? I'm not sure how to dodge this guy. Claws out. I didn't heal again. Truthful, I've not figured out how to fight these guys. I only fought two once at the same time in the desert. And I don't even know what I was doing. It was just... $92.60. User tracker. I'd love to get his claws. Oh, God, is he getting the claws? Okay. Well, his claws are a lot better this bit. That walrus seal coming at me. Spit. What's that component? I want it. Doesn't have claws to tunnel. I thought so. Charge it up.
The clothes beneath. Umnak wasn't lying when he said you were tough.
Yeah. I'll give it that. Still alive. Oh, is that it now? Okay. Nothing back here? Nothing special? I should use the razor claw to knock off.
And one of these.
It was a lot easier to take down the arms. I need to think about, like, tear is really good. That's how you knock out components. I always thought you kind of need to do damage to components, because components are critical spots, and they are, but what's this insulin? Insulation. Insulated crossfire. Nice. That's really nice. Nice. It's good too.
It's over. It wasn't easy, but that rock breaker won't be hurting anyone anymore.
The claws beneath brought low by an outlander. This part of your song will travel far.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to that.
I've found people rarely live up to their songs. You're an exception, though. And you've done me a true kindness. My foe is buried now, like so many of the hunters it killed. My friend, my chieftain. You would be pleased to know his fate won't befall anyone else. Take this in thanks. I believe you've more than earned it.
It's in the Kyla. Let's see who survives longer.
We've promised the Carja justice for their murdered friend. Why do they remain in the cut?
Found the part. Ready to fix up that weapon?
I am always ready to fix up a weapon.
Oh, I got it.
Never thought I'd be glad to see the inside of a Thunderjaw's mouth.
I sure am. Every machine's a big box of tools. Once they stop trying to kill you, that is. Trust me, Aloy. You won't recognize this ice rail when I'm through.
It's not good.
There. Oh, she's perfect. A spear's a spear, right? Poke slash done. Boring. I adjusted the chill water flow, rebalanced here, strapped on a launcher, and now she shoots freezing spikes. Ta-da!
You weren't kidding.
More beautiful, more powerful. That's my guarantee.
You've done good work with this weapon, Varja.
Told you I was good. Anyway, I'm glad she's in your hands.
If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
We can't go around taking vengeance on random travelers.
Extra modification and extra attack.
Not every car just stood with a mad Sun King.
machines in the south suffer their own sort of corruption. I wonder what sort of challenge they do.
Cool. Oh, 300 impact damage. Wow. That's a sniper. It's not necessarily the frost, it's sniping. I wonder if the handling would help increase its rate of lockdown. I need to put tear back on it, it's important. Handling is probably nice, but again, the handling doesn't increase a whole bunch. Damage and handling. Damage and handling. No more tear and damage. It's a beautiful bow. Handling, fire, freezing. It's really nice stats for fire and handling. Some tear. And damage. I should almost put that on the other bow. Fire isn't that important. Increases damage, or it's look how much tear this thing's got. $210 damage. 90 tear. 111 tear. This thing just poof, tears them apart. 45 damage is pretty nice. Damage, huh? Do need a lot of tear to knock off components. I don't even know what I want for this last strike. Does it matter? Kill leaders, yay. Finish this story. I don't know how long it is. The last part.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my
How did
memory.
he get here?
I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the Daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss. Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location. One I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Aurea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Ourea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Ourea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Ourea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Ourea. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing. Breath is ice. Before I even breathe out.
My chieftain.
Just Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Ourea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Ourea would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Ourea found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrack can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The Daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. His minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
So that was the whole story to the main one. There's extra areas to visit. There's extra upgrades. Blue gems, I'm not sure the blue gems. I had 15 blue gems, oh, okay. I have so many of these. Full of resources again. A lot of Glinthawks. Probably don't need these anymore, honestly. If I haven't bought things or used them as upgrades, then why do I need them? Plenty of Watcher Hearts. To 91. I should actually just start selling these. These slots is that? Yeah. It's good I had all the upgrades I can get for space. I needed it. The river upstream. Isn't this the upstream? Was I not already upstream, or do I continue following it upstream?
There. That must be where the water's coming from. Looks like something the old ones built.
Undoubtedly. Knew that it would be a dam.
Well, somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the din? Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing? The lock positions, another holographic interface. There must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. Intake tower malfunction. And there's our troublemaker. Doesn't seem to be as good at getting out as he is at getting in. That Oseram must have forced his way through here. Are you all right?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed. My forge gone cold. But nope, nope. Not old Gildan.
You're welcome. Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to flood a little. So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke. Now, obviously, I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. And when the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Gilden. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl. 2 sets of hands. Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operated in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better.
Yeah, I heard enough of this guy.
Rough waters. No way I'd be able to swim.
Up ahead, girl. See the valve? Time to put our hands to use. I'll take care of this one. There's another valve on the other side to lock the gate in place. Would you mind heading across and doing the honors? You know, I'm reminded of a delve I undertook out near the claim. Stone ruin, Cloud Call, and Lake Wild. I've spent 13 levels on that monstrosity, but no walls. Just straight stone columns bearing the weight of the ground above. Still have a row upon row of those enormous rusted out old world.
A tub of stagnant water. Charming.
I've scraped through 100 of those carts.
First rust we see all game.
That's
interesting.
It's marvelous! You made it! Now grab that valve and give it a spin!
On it.
I know where that ladder goes.
Now, and I should be able to get the blasted gate moving.
You're not spinning
There.
those.
You should be able to lower the gate.
Huh? Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. Ought to lock this thing in place.
One gate down.
Halfway through then, aren't we? To the second gate! A ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. Can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further.
Okay, wacko.
I'd wager the valves for the second sluice gate are somewhere above us. How are we gonna get up there?
Let me look around. See what I can find.
Supposed to rock. Seems like a far jump.
Nice jump! Nice! What am I saying? That was stupendous! Never seen such absolute disregard for personal safety.
Thanks, I think.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4! Caught sellouts and runaway cowards! We see.
Oh, you're close, girl!
I'm gonna turn
Just
that off.
spring across the gap! Ah, you're right above me. Just send that ladder on down.
Look out below.
No fighting. Just
Now
puzzle.
we've done this once
Parkour.
before. Should be as easy as falling down a hole. If you take the valve on the other side.
Oh,
If it's
something's
set up
gonna
the same way
happen
on
this
this
time.
side, I should look for an access tunnel. Okay, Gilden, turn the valve.
It's not working!
I should have.
Damn thing's too heavy. Glance behind me, would you? See anything big and, broken?
I think I'm supposed to continue on. Imagine being in this room. Yeah, because of this goes under the water. Counterweight.
Quick way down.
Nothing on the way.
Looks like part of the counterweight broke off. If I can get up there, my weight might be enough to get it moving again.
Hang on, okay? I've got a plan.
I don't know what I looked at there. That was different. Parkour, parkour.
Can't jump straight to the counterweight from here.
Shoot it.
But I could climb higher, get above it.
No, he's not commenting on this crazy business. That's scary.
The drop's too far, girl! Oh. Controlled falling. Very clever.
Going down.
I was enough weight. Now this game's making a fat comment. I guess to do the other side. Run in. This is too far, isn't it?
Almost low enough to jump.
You can make it! Let's see another one of those mad leaps!
Got it. We're good to go.
You were a sight to see. Bounding from metal rust trap to metal rust trap. Still a bit of water, but low enough, wouldn't you say? Now then, where's that ring?
It's very
Good
low.
question.
Well, at least I should be able to swim now.
Snap maw! It's a snap maw! Very, very big snap maw!
I see it, Gildan.
Very big, very, very big!
Just stay out of the way.
It's in the water. Fire probably doesn't affect it.
We'll find out after I've killed it.
You're done.
It's dead.
Marvelous. So, the ring. Maybe if you pry its jaws open and
You were
reach
right.
inside.
This
I
thing
can't
did swallow the ring.
That's
Oh,
the old
snap at
Gildan
anything.
intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, its chosen routes can be a bit circuitous, but never mind. To the storage room. To the spoils.
Okay, Shells. Shells, we're not Okay, Shells. Shells, we're not focusing on that right now. Recording, okay? We're not even in the band meeting. Sort of counts as practice, right? Merch. We need merch. Stickers! You're not a real band until...
Anything my focus could reveal. All right, time to get the flow going to the right place.
I say this as a man typically enamored of complexities, but this looks like it might be a little much for me.
Don't worry, I think I've got this.
Music to my ears. To each job, its proper tool. Toothpicks make horrible arrows, as the saying goes.
Backwards. That's not where I want to go. Oh, that might be that. Okay.
Looks like I'm on the right track.
Does? No, there's nowhere else to go from here. Is there? Yeah, I guess it's the wrong way. They were going the right way. I know this is...
That didn't help. The water can't pass through.
You got a competent mind, girl. A mind for nuance and finesse.
I don't know how these
Not
pipes
I.
are both
No,
ways.
indeed. Not old Gildan.
I said they have a counterclockwise in case you,
That's not quite right.
this will be it.
This job demands a
That should do
certain
it.
degree of...
We should head back. See if that took care of the rest of
Afraid I inherited my... Got it working, did you? Of course you did. Never met a conundrum you couldn't unconundrum, have you?
Ugh, it stinks down here. Looks like that's everything.
You smell
I
that?
should head back up with Gildan.
Smells like a Ford side morning in the claim.
No more fighting?
So, as we circle back around to the matter of the supply room,
You're not getting that artifact. It's a big dam. Wow. It's really
I
big.
can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait! Almost there!
I'll have to lock him out.
Soon I'll hold the looking glass in my hand. Just like Mom and I used to.
Slick glass, a mirror? Not a mirror before? Down, up, right.
What are you doing with your hands there, girl? I can't believe that worked. I thought you'd lost your mind tickling the empty air like that.
I mean...
Be prepared.
Where is it?
Okay, let's fix the panel and shut this place down. Gildan? Everything okay?
I was so sure I saw it. The looking glass. was so sure.
Looking glass?
My old mom found one for me when it was one of the last things she... I was sure I saw it, right there in the window. I was...
Oh?
Of course. Trick of the light. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Gilden.
There's a mirror and you saw it in the clock.
Must have meant a lot to you.
Oh, well. Much as any artifact of the old ones would mean to me, really. It's fine. I'm fine. Besides, what are the spoils compared to the delve? That's why we do it, girl. The delve, not the treasure. And what a delve it was! Ugh. By the great Blazing Forge, I'll never forget that. Now then, I believe we have some repairs to make.
Maybe we'll still find that mirror. One big button.
Oh, that's a whole lot prettier, isn't it? What does it mean?
It means it worked.
By the Forge! Ha! You are a wonder! Do you hear that often? I'll hazard a guess you do.
I've heard something like that once or twice.
Oh, she's modest now. A master of the arts of the old ones, a delver to shame the entire claim, and she wants to be modest. Ha!
It's not like I did it alone, Gilden.
No. No, I suppose not.
So what's next for you? On your way back to the claim?
And deprive the people of Song's Edge the story of this encounter? Perish the thought! I'll stay there a while longer. But a story is best told by all who encountered it. Come and lend a hand, won't you?
Overflow basin empty. Interior accessible. Minimal flood damage.
Sounds like the basin is dried out too. Maybe I'll take a look.
Another adventure so soon? You're braver than me. Oh, there's no question of that.
So Brit, another adventure, talking up all of my great exploration. And I go and die on a ladder shaft, slipping after all that climbing. Just goes to show you, it can be anything. That is your demise.
Water's lower. And going by that sound, I think Laolai's already at the din.
Goat wants to jump, climb.
Sound's getting louder. She wasn't kidding about the sound. Ugh!
This is what you...
You look happy to be playing again.
I don't know what you did, but the water drained in the snap of a short song. What do you think of the music?
I've never heard anything else like it.
Huh?
That's because there's no other place with such resonance, such intonation that rattles your ribs with its power. And of course, no one else knows these pipes like I do. I learned them by ear before I could walk, strapped to my father's back. Thank you for draining the waters. Not just for myself,
Hopefully.
but for my ancestors and their songs.
Oh, dear.
Please, take this as a token of our gratitude.
I'm hoping I drained it for other purposes and for other people. Yeah. Can improve that. Oh, that's just money. I guess that's because I've unlocked it, so now you can buy it. Yeah, striker bow is what you want. Though I haven't looked at his outfits. What do you got? Just nah. I don't know how I can compare what is there, but this is super. Now let's see the difference. So this is the striker bow, and here is my best bow. Tear and damage, fire, tear and damage. So striker bow, 80 handling, 80, 40, 65, 15, 25, 70, 90. Whole bunch of more damage. It's kind of like a flat rate. Like it adds 30 and 40 here, not so it's not percentage. It don't really dictate how it. And the impact fire's double too. Dang. And I think that's just base, and then you also have a bonus pullback. So it's very much better. Let's do the fire handling. Oh, 33% handling is pretty nice. But I think a handling is pretty fast. Unless it helps me get to my lockback faster. Could test that. Let's test it. It's fair to beat the game. Let's just try and see what. So here we go. Regulars.
In the car, let's see
and
who
click.
survives longer.
1, 2, 2 seconds. Let's get that handling up. Max that handling. 1, 2.
Care near Song
What's faster?
Crawling
1
bandits.
1,000. It's about half the speed. So, is there any numbers with that? If that took 200 and it took 1 second to get to the max draw, we'll say every 100 is half a second. Well, I mean, it was cut down by that much. Now this one is 26. 1, 2, 3. Just over 3. So from 3 to 1 second, we're talking about 160 handling. So Not gonna be attained by that, but I wonder if I did increase this handling just by...
I don't fear bandits. To fear them is to give them the power they hunger for.
Still pretty much the same handling. Same amount of time. Did I drop it? I must have just unequipped it, yeah. So the handling isn't effective. I mean, I can just boost it a little bit, but let's get that tear and damage in there. It's a fantastic mod. I would love another one like that. So now this does 180. That's a good tear, but I think this one does 111 tear. Nothing beats this bow. Just tear and damage. I do like the fire and handling. It's already a lot of fire. These arrows hit so hard. Yeah, this is a big sniper. 570? Well, if you have this, then there's no reason to really use this one. Unless you're just harvesting. Which is impact. But look at that. 158 with 100 shred tear. That's comparably the same. 158, 179. I don't get it. Like, this war bow, they need to make this better. This power shot bow is just not worth it. They might think it's that tear blast in the middle of that AoE tear blast, which is kind of nice, but I guess it's not meant to be damage. It's meant to be just tear. Look at that, that's 218 AoE tear, and then that harvest arrow does 130. 110 with the base. Like, $147 and 144, just fantastic balanced weapon. If you're gonna play this game, you're gonna play it seriously, just use the striker bow over and over again. Like, this can help tear it up, but at the same time, it's so slow to shoot that. Look at the tear. 218 to a single component, I could do that. If you're gonna snipe, I guess use this tool. Because even this, if I now go full snipe damage, $227, and you can shoot 3 of them, and they crit if you pull back all the way. But it's faster to pull this back all the way. It doesn't make sense to use this, which is really sad. I want to use it, but again, maybe it's just for harvesting. It's silly, but yeah. 53. Oh, we could bump that up. I don't care too much about this. So let's equip this and say goodbye to this thing.
I don't see what's wrong with it.
I've loved it, but there's no reason to have it.
Traditional paintings so coolly overcomplicates things.
I got my frost. Do I need to wait that long? 1, 2.
The sand near Sunflower.
You have to wait the whole time. Well, I guess that's the downside of that, but how much damage can you do with that? Wonder if I get the handling up. Because that's not terrible handling numbers. It was like 4 seconds.
As thick as the snow in the cut.
3. Cut 1 second off. That's... So you're losing 100. Like, the damage is just there. Could do that to get a little bit more. Here's some damage. Plus 27 less damage, a little bit more handling. Oh, this one. Oh, nice. I did want more freezing. That would be nice, but I mean, I'm using it as a sniper, not a freezer. Freezing's just another benefit, and I think it has enough freeze. Striker hardpoint bow, just fantastic. Alright, well.
Come.
Done most of the game.
Little business arrangement.
What's in this?
What can I do for you, Bergrand?
Mourn my poor departed luck. I finally met some Banuk, keen to trade with Outlanders. Then, they up and vanished. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. No provisions, junk equipment, no idea how to strip a machine for parts. Asked me to outfit them for a long trip. And you know me, Aloy. I'm sentimental. So I did it on credit.
And they haven't paid.
Well, they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago, and I'm starting to worry about them.
What do you mean they couldn't harvest parts?
Not uncommon with Banuk. That's shaman's work, you see. The hunters take down the machines. The shamans slice them up. No shaman with these three. Just two youngsters sniping at each other. And that big fella standing there smiling.
So if the Banuk don't usually hunt without a shaman, what's the story with these three?
They weren't telling.
I'm not a debt collector, Bergrand. If I look for them, it'll be to make sure they're all right.
Of course, of course. Fires of the Forge forgive me. I actually like these idiots. The molten steel of youth and all that. But if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A Scorcher Claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a Snapmaw Fang. If they bring me those parts, their debt's paid. And then some.
Too bad those are not regular
Just
parts.
make sure
I
they
collect.
don't bust them up too badly.
I'll consider it.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast. Good machine hunting up that way. If you decide they're worth the trouble, you might look for them there.
Even if I cared to travel south, I'll not get much further than the Gravewood.
About those...
Yeah. What about them?
That's all.
All right.
I thought it was trading.
But always know.
This guy trades. I don't think I use that much. I kill enough stuff that I don't need to harvest from them. So we did figure out with the harvest arrow, maybe it's like a +5 when you knock off components, you get 1 or 2 or 3, and then I think the harvest arrow adds 5 to it. So you can knock off metal burn, you can knock off blaze is the most common, you can knock off AB chill water, and might have been something else. And I forgot that
Something tells me those are Bergrand's missing hunters.
I thought I killed. Oh, that's the one I. Guys haven't gotten.
I don't suppose you three know an Osram and Song's edge called Bergrand, do you?
Boys, that con artist sent an errand girl to collect what's owed to him.
I'm nobody's errand girl. Bergrand asked me to help harvest parts. Or would you rather keep trying to sell him broken junk?
Broken junk? This pack will be on the move soon. No time to argue. If she's offering to help, we should accept it.
Fine. We're about to take down these machines. If you're so eager to help, then lead the way.
Okay. I don't know why I do everyone's work for them. Weakness, frost. Well, I got some frost for you. Let's go from here. How does this fly? I don't know. It's a big guy, 900
With those
damage.
legs, the machine looks as fast as it is loud. I'd better be careful.
It was very slow. But this does so much already as well. So I always look at the damage when I'm doing this, and the whole time I was playing this wrong. Actually, the impact that you don't see on the components. So that broke rather quickly. The damage wasn't as much as sometimes. And I believe that's Blaze on there. Got you! If I was to use... I really don't care about this bottom one. If I was to use this bow... the harvest arrow. Oh, I think that's shell or defense first. Just knock it off. Are those components? Oh, you have to finish the whole snipe. But it's sweet.
You're not gonna like this.
500 damage. It's actually as much health as that than I did. Nice shot, guys. Oh, and I bet if I freeze them,
Nobody. That's who.
that would just wreck them.
Looks like we did it.
Good hunt.
All right, Outlander. You want to talk about our deal with...
That's done. You three are pretty handy in a fight.
Thanks, I guess. Not that we needed your help. We are doing just fine without you.
That's not the way Berggren tells it. He says you tried to settle up with him using a shattered Thunderjaw heart.
What? That's an exaggeration. It was only broken in two.
Urkai, we don't have time for this. Come on, boys, back to the hunt. We still need 2 more of Berggren's components.
What's the rush?
We want out of these lands as soon as possible. That's all you need to know.
Okay. So that's all
I've
you
got
need
the
now?
Scorcher Claw Berggren was asking for. That only leaves the Stalker Sinew and the Snap Mafang.
You should hold on to it. You're coming along to the next hunt after all, aren't you?
I suppose somebody's got to keep you three out of trouble.
Fine. I guess you'll have to tag along then. But don't start thinking you're one of us. The Bloody Snowdrifts aren't accepting new hunters.
I'm not.
Bloody snowdrifts? That's what you want to call our Warwick?
Yeah, it's not great to tie.
Oh, it's not like your names are any better. We're headed northwest, to the ruins near Hollow Hall. We'll be waiting.
Have me travel all over the place. You guys can really go far. Alright, we'll have fun. But explored a lot of this land. There's more, but that was the game, and that was the land I saved here. Oh, here, let me do a harvest here. Could have removing components. That is machine, you did damage. Chill water there, it gave me 6. Would have gave me 1, but now it gave me 6 because I used the harvest arrow. I can prove it. If you want to see. Are amazing. Fast, high damage. repair. There you go, 1 metal vessel. And then let's go to the chill water I shot off. Oh, this one? On chill water. So, the harvest arrow gives you more. I think like a modifier of +5, because it's not 5 times, because when you go loot some other animals, they give you, some other machines give you 2 or 3 on each component. I shot those with the harvest arrow and they didn't give me 5 times, they only gave me 7, 8. So it adds 6, which, because if you have a problem with getting components, that's useful, but I have, like, since level 12, I don't know, I've never needed to think about what I'm spending in crafting. I just go, craft it all. And if I needed to go buy parts, I got 27,000 shards. I bought those. The original ones I waited was this branches. You don't want to sit there and pick branches. You just buy them from the merchant. And then all these other ones, you just loot every monster you get, every machine you beat. And I got the skills very early. The scavengers and the gatherers. And you want that inventory space. Well, you upgrade inventory space here too, but oh no, I do have the max one. Yeah. So yeah, but I'm gonna get to this fire, this next save. Call it, since I believe that's really all there is in story-wise, so there's no really need to do it. There's some more lore to learn. Thanks, smart guys.
That'll help.
I wonder how much frostbow will do to a stormbow now. One bird. And then I could get tons of blaze and other things there. Also, just upgrading your arrows helps. The more accurate and less shots you take, the less you spend on crafting. So